Hello and welcome. This is Cherie with Rehash Fiber, and today I have a lemons to lemonade episode for you. When we make items, we have the best intention to make them so that we will love them and want to wear them forever. It doesn't always work out that way for various different reasons. So today I'm going to talk to you about an item I made, why I wasn't wearing it, and how I fixed it. Also, towards the end of this show, I'm just going to explain some general thought processes you can think about when you have an item you don't like, but you know you want to use it or turn it into something else. So let's get started with this. This awesome sweater is called the Sinister Catdigan. I was intrigued because I have 3 cats. When I saw an example of one online, one of her cats was worked into the pattern. So I thought, I'm going to work my 3 cats into the pattern and have a whole lot of fun with this. So I went ahead and just jumped into the pattern and started doing it. Now, that sometimes is one of my downfalls, because the way my brain works is sometimes if I see too much information, it starts to feel like I can't do it. So I am a great sentence by sentence creator because I can figure everything out in small increments. So my mistake was I just started knitting. I didn't even really give it much thought about the yoke size. She explains in here, if you want the yoke to be a little bit taller, you can do that. And she shares with you how. Also, there's a couple of other things you can do with the sweater. You can make it a sweater in the round. The version I did was I did knit in the round, but I planned it for the steeking so that it could be a cardigan. All right, so I finished the sweater. I was happy with it, but I found I wasn't really wearing it. I didn't like the wider yoke. I like my sweaters to go up a little bit more, so I just wasn't wearing it. After a while, I thought that is ridiculous. It is time to rework this sweater so that I can wear the item that I loved. That is what I did, and I'm just going to take you through some of the steps on how I got there. So starting with this wide neckline, I went ahead and put in a lifeline in the first row of the yellow stitches after the neckband. Once the stitches are secure, I just cut the neckband off and I went ahead and started knitting up with the yellow. I have more of an artistic brain, so for me, I did not math things out. I just knew that I needed to start to decrease. So I did figure out how many stitches are in the row, and I did do an organized set of decreases. So now the decreases started. Now I did 6 rows of just regular knitting and purling. Then I did another organized decrease row and 6 more rows. 1 more round of decreasing, and there we are. I am ready for the collar, and we're there. However, here's what I want to tell you. When you start reworking things, just plan on being very patient. There was a lot of trying on. There was a lot of trying and failure and trying again for different things. And having that patience was worth it. The last thing that I needed to do was continue the button band. So what I had to do was just pick up and start to do the button band per the instructions. And then when the 2 button bands met, I just had to seam them together like seaming. There you have it. Now, it's not perfect, but look where my hair lays. And even if my hair was up or moved, there is a slight adjustment that you can see. That adjustment that you can see, to me, is less bothersome than when I had that wide, low yoke. Good to go. I'm happy. My lemon is now a lemonade. So my suggestions for you, if you like this pattern, and I love it and would highly recommend it, I'm going to include the link to the show that I did on it at the end of this show. But my advice to you would be, look over the whole pattern, because you do have those options. Also, I worked this in super wash merino. It is very soft. But what I did is knit it in the round with the plan to steek it to make it the cardigan. And because this yarn is so soft and smooth, even though I secured stitches for the steeking, they still started to pop. and I was losing my knitting, and that was very frustrating. So I would either use a yarn that is not superwash so that your stitches hold better, or maybe just consider knitting it back and forth, or making it a sweater in the round that does not have the button band that you need to steek. Just some thoughts. So I mentioned I would give you some thought processes when you have an item that you don't like, but you want to like it. So my first thought is it an item that you would wear if you just made the adjustments to the garment? Or is it something you don't want to wear, you just want to turn into something else? So start with those two thoughts. Now, if it's an item you're going to want to wear, you're going to need to grab the pattern and the yarn you use to make it. You need to isolate what you don't like about it, and then you need to secure your stitches. So if you're going to take something out, shorten something, lengthen something, just get that lifeline in there. You can also use these barber cords that fit to stitches. You can get these barber cords in there, hold your stitches no matter what. Now you need to work on your design elements. That's going to be totally up to you, how you think. I told you how I think differently. If you're math-minded, it might be much more simple for you. So sit with the pattern, sit with the garment, and what I call it is marinate your thoughts. Work on that, on what you would like to do. If you do need help, seek help from somebody in your area that knows more than you. You can either pay someone at the yarn store to help you or get your brilliant friend, but you do want to have an item you're going to love. Lastly, and I may have mentioned this, be patient. Just know it's going to take time, but it's going to be worth it. All right, so the other thing I mentioned is if you don't want to wear the garment, you don't like it, you're done with it, something else needs to happen with it. Remember, you can treat your knitted garments, crochet as well, as fabric. Now this opens a whole new realm. If you're a sewer, you can make pattern pieces out of your knitwear. Here's what you do. Again, secure the stitches. Use fusible interfacing on the backside, and then where you want to cut, you need to sew with your sewing machine a trough. You sew on either side of where you're going to cut. Now your stitches are not going to go anywhere, but you have a piece of fabric that you can sew together. Years ago, I made purses this way. I would weave and then do what I just told you and create handbags that were lovely. So just remember, you can do that. So if you're turning it into something else, just think of things outside the box. So my things have ended up being pillows, handbags, and really the sky's the limit. Use your imagination. What I want mostly for you is to not have a lemon sitting on the shelf, but turn your item back into something that you're going to love and enjoy. All right, everybody. Hey, if you have an item that you turn from a lemon into lemonade and you want to send me a picture, I will share it with the show. Just send it to rehashfiber@outlook.com. I'm super excited to get any information you send. It's fun to see what the world out there is doing. I would love it. All right, everybody. Good luck turning your lemons into lemonade, and thanks for watching.